Right now at 5, time is running out as lawmakers only have one more week to reach a deal on the debt ceiling.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. There's only 1 week left until the Treasury Department says the country is likely to run out of money to pay its bills. But as Skylar Henry reports, there is still no deal between House Republicans and the White House.
Both House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and President Biden say they're optimistic a deal can be reached to avoid the nation defaulting on its debt.
Now, I want to be clear that the negotiations we're having with Speaker McCarthy is about the outlines of what the budget will look like, not about default. It's about competing visions for America.
Nothing will be resolved till we solve them all. We know where our differences lie. We worked well in past midnight last night. We're back at it today, trying to get to the conclusion that we can solve this whole problem.
Lawmakers left Washington for the Memorial Day weekend while talks continue.
The House should absolutely leave town. There's nothing more for the House to do. The Senate should pass Limit, Save, Grow.
I think if you listen that they're making progress. I expect us, based on what everyone's saying, the body language, that we'll be back here.
The biggest sticking point remains spending. Democrats have offered to freeze spending at current levels, but Republicans want to cut the budget.
We're in a sensitive phase with sensitive issues that remain. Those sensitive issues are the thorniest issues that we've been discussing.
Some Democrats say they don't want to see cuts to social programs that help the neediest Americans.
If there's going to be Democratic votes for an eventual package, folks want to make sure that our values are represented.
Failure to reach an agreement would impact every American. One of the top 3 credit agencies is warning of a potential downgrade to the U.S. credit rating if a deal isn't reached. That would lead to higher interest rates, making loans more expensive. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Economists say in addition to those higher interest rates, defaulting would likely lead to a recession and millions of people losing their jobs.
Wow, what a gorgeous day across the Coulee region. We had temperatures in the 70s, and if you like today, I think you're going to like the next several days. We made it to 74 in La Crosse. 72 is the high in Sparta. Viroqua made it to 71. Prairie du Chien made it to 72. Eau Claire, you made it to 74 degrees. Now the radar scan showing a clean sweep across the area. This will get a break for a few days as high pressure is in control, and it's going to stay in control for quite some time. You can see there on the satellite radar a little bit of precip across portions of Nebraska, going into portions of Kansas, the Front Range of Colorado, portions of Wyoming, even Montana seeing some rain at this hour. But for us here in the Coulee region, as well as the nation's midsection, we are staying high and dry. Right now we're at 74 in La Crosse. Same story in Eau Claire. Ladysmith, you're at 72. Volk Field is at 70. The next several hours, we're going to see temperatures going to 67 by the 8 o'clock hour, going into the upper 40s, low 50s by the 2 o'clock time frame. Then when you wake up in the morning, temperatures in the 40s and 50s will greet you. We are going to keep the precip chances out of the forecast, but I do have rain chances somewhere. We'll talk about that with my 8-day forecast in a few minutes.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Eric.
You bet.
Well, today marks 3 years since George Floyd was killed after a former Minneapolis police officer kneeled on his neck. Floyd's death marked a turning point for the Black Lives Matter movement as protests erupted across the country and the world to call an end to police brutality. The 4 officers on the scene during Floyd's death were fired and convicted, with Derek Chauvin convicted of 2 counts of murder and 1 count of manslaughter. Since then, George Floyd's girlfriend has been writing a children's book about grief. She says it's been helping her heal.
It's really helped me get through this process of grieving, which never really ends, but it's helped me the past year specifically.
Floyd was laid to rest in 2020 down in Houston, where he grew up. The largest state budget in Minnesota's history, packed with tax refunds, cuts, and tax hikes, is now law. Governor Tim Walz celebrated signing the 2-year $72 billion budget, but Caroline Cummings explains why that historic spending won't last forever.
Today, a ceremonial signing of the next 2-year state budget, the must-do work of the DFL-led legislature this year to keep government and its programs and services up and running.
History will write the story. I keep hearing about this. What's this going to mean? Well, we'll find out. We're pretty sure it's going to mean a fairer, more inclusive, better, and more prosperous Minnesota.
Governor Tim Walz, flanked by his state agency heads, DFL lawmakers, and other supporters, celebrated the moment and its impact. The $72 billion spending plan represents the largest state budget in history and a significant increase over the previous biennium. But much of that increase is one-time money from the massive $17.5 billion surplus that, once spent, is gone.
Checks going back to people's government spending. Are the Republicans opposed to that spending? Social Security tax cuts is money going back. The child tax credit is money going back. They don't want to count this.
The budget does include those tax cuts and rebates. It also makes huge investments in K-12 education, our natural resources, and roads and bridges. Sprinkled throughout, tax and fee hikes, too, to bring in more revenue, drawing the ire of Republicans.
You look at the burden this is going to be putting on Minnesota families and businesses, and you wonder, is this going to be sustainable in the long term? And that's something we're going to watch going forward.
There's also a couple of other policy bills the governor has yet to sign, like the Paid Family and Medical Leave Program and recreational cannabis. Another, establishing minimum wages and other protections for rideshare drivers, appears still up in the air. Uber is putting on the pressure.
I'm still looking, as you see, we're getting some input from other stakeholders, and I will weigh it out.
Governor Walz said he outlined a vision to make Minnesota the best state in the nation for kids to grow up in. And now he's trying to turn that vision into reality. With the arrival of summer, another important time of the year has come for many Americans. The prime season for home buying is now upon us. However, the Wisconsin housing market has been in a slump for the last 3 years. Home sales last month declined 32% compared to last year, and the median home price rose to $283,000. In the Coulee region, the housing market is facing many problems that nearby markets are experiencing. Low inventory has caused prices to skyrocket, resulting in fewer homes being sold. One expert's advice is to have someone who knows the landscape of the market helping you out.
Number one on the list is to contact a realtor and be working with a professional to get the best advice and have somebody in your corner working for you. And
Olson says these challenges could stick around for another year or even longer if inventory fails to increase. Ahead of the holiday weekend and graduation season, the La Crosse Police Department is reminding everyone to have a safe time while they celebrate the festivities. Police advise that when it comes to underage drinking, they want anyone that is hosting an event to be mindful and aware to ensure everyone is being responsible.
We ask you to be safe, of course. We want you to enjoy and have fun, but be responsible. So parents, make sure your kids are there, that you're watching over them. If there's other kids there, make sure you're watching. If you have alcoholic beverages there, that they're not consuming, things like that. Because again, we just want everyone to have a safe, wonderful graduation season and obviously holiday.
La Crosse Police encourage people to plan ahead to have a designated driver when drinking alcohol. The Tomah VA Medical Center is taking the time to remember the men and women who have lost their lives while serving the country. The VA hosted a Memorial Day ceremony this afternoon for both veterans and the public. The event included a performance from the Tomah High School Band along with military honors from Tomah VFW Post 1382. Veterans were also able to remember loved ones with a special tree.
Last year we planted a Memorial Day tree that's off to my left here, and veterans in the community can fill out one of the leaves of a loved one that's passed on and go ahead and honor their loved one on a Memorial Day tree.
Tomah VA representatives want the public to take time and thank veterans for their service this time of year. In the meantime, another group, their service is at the heart of their communities. Those are Public Works employees. And now, as part of National Public Works Week, the City of La Crosse is inviting the community to get a closer look and literal feel for the work they do. Today is the city's 6th year hosting the Touch a Truck event, where the community is able to see the vehicles that Public Works employees use up close. One Public Works employee says that this event benefits both the kids and those who work for the department.
I think it goes both ways. I think the kids really appreciate it as Touch a Truck, but then it gives us the opportunity to showcase what we do as a Public Works employee for the City of La Crosse.
La Crosse Mayor Mitch Reynolds officially proclaimed this week as National Public Works Week in the city. He says their work should not be taken for granted.
It's an amazing amount of different stuff that we're doing. The concrete pumper truck with our contractors that work with us as well. So it is such an honor and a privilege to work in a community that has such dedicated Public Works professionals.
Today's event included guided tours of different vehicles, as well as information booths and some games for the kids. Well, the Good Fight is hosting their 3rd annual golf outing June 25th, and there's exactly one more week until registration closes on June 1st. Registration is $60 per person and includes golf, a golf cart, lunch bar, and more. There will also be a raffle and silent auction to help support area youth. For more information or to register, we've got a link included on news8000.com. Still ahead tonight at 5, an important date is approaching for parents looking to create a college savings plan for their kids. We'll have those details right after this.
When Derek Van Orden wanted your vote, he signed the U.S. Term Limits Pledge. But now, Congressman Van Orden is breaking his U.S. Term Limits Pledge. Term Limits Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It's Home's Memorial Day sale with a large selection of in-stock furniture on sale up to 30% off. Plus, get no money down, no minimum purchase, 6-year special financing, and free shipping during the Memorial Day sale, only at Home Furniture.
Get 11% off your outdoor projects at Menards. We have the best quality and largest selection of pressure-treated lumber and decking in the Midwest. Right now, an 8-foot pressure-treated 1x4 is only $398 after rebate. From decorative to privacy fence panels, we have a fence to fit your project. This 6x6 Belmont privacy fence panel is pre-assembled for fast installation. Now just $59.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
During the Memorial Day sale at Home Sleep Express, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get a free $300 home shopping card with free delivery, setup, and a 120-night guarantee. The Tempur-Pedic Memorial Day sale at Home Sleep Express.
Diapers in politicians must be changed often, and for the same reason. And already something stinks about Derek Van Orden. Now politician Van Orden is breaking his U.S. Term Limits Pledge. Term Limits Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
While many Americans are getting ready for Memorial Day, May 29th is a significant day for parents looking to send their kids to college.
May 29th is the day when states try to boost interest and participation in 529 college savings plans. Every state offers a 529, and they're usually protected from both federal and state taxes. But fees and expenses vary widely from plan to plan, so it's important to read the fine print. No matter which state's plan you use, there's no tax due when students access the money for qualified education expenses. There's also a big change that makes 529 plans even more appealing. Last year's Secure Act 2.0 made it possible for unused 529 funds to be transferred to a Roth IRA account without any taxes or penalties. The new rule takes effect in 2024, and there are some basic requirements to know. The 529 account must have existed for at least 15 years. You can only transfer a lifetime maximum of $35,000, and transfers are subject to annual Roth IRA contribution limits. In New York, I'm CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Well, Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers has declared May 29th as 529 College Savings Plan Day in the state. It is to encourage families to learn how a 529 plan can help pay for higher education. If you're interested in Wisconsin's 529 plans, you can get more information at 529.wi.gov. Coming up, an afternoon dip in the pool is a trademark of a carefree summer, but health experts remind us there are some risks young families should be mindful of out there. We'll share those details.
And I'm meteorologist Eric Dean. We do have clear skies out there. Look at that, plenty of sun on the city cam. Here's what's on the menu for tonight. Sun, and more sun. We do have a thunderstorm chance, though, in the forecast. But hey, we're getting close to the 90s, not so much the decade, but the temperature. We'll talk about that with my 8-day forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
If you've been waiting for the best time to buy furniture, this is it. The King Furniture Memorial Day Weekend Sale, where everything in our showroom has been reduced. Don't miss the King Furniture Memorial Day Weekend Sale, going on now.
Dr. Mehta knows pain.
Oftentimes, I see patients with pain in their knees, their hips, their back, and it's actually coming from their feet.
Her suggestion?
It's as easy as going into a Good Feet store.
Come in for your free arch support fitting.
The riddle is, when is a mob of school kids not a mob of school kids? When they're members of a school band or orchestra. That's why we work hard at Lighthold Music to make it possible for every child to have the opportunity to learn a musical instrument. We have low month-to-month rental fees and the no worries insurance that covers everything. 2 years of rental payments go toward the purchase and service by our expert repair technicians. Visit our website for 5-minute online rental.
A lifetime of pleasure, satisfaction, and fun.
Thanks, Lighthold Music.
It's the Memorial Day sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, with store-wide sale prices, 24-month financing, and even free gas. Only at Drury's will you find beautifully tailored sofas and chairs, handcrafted bedrooms and dining rooms, a huge selection of premium leather, and the designers to help you put it all together. Shop top manufacturers like Daniels Amish, Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, and Stressless. Great sale prices, 24-month financing, and even free gas. Now, during the Memorial Day sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
It's time for amazing Memorial Day savings at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Right now, shop unbeatable deals on everything you need for summer. Like Kingsford Charcoal Briquette Combo Packs, just $16.99. Scott's Turf Builder Weed and Feed or Lawn Food, $15 off after sale and mail-in rebate. And this 50-foot Woods extension cord, just $14.99. Plus, this Friday through Sunday, we're thanking all veterans and active military with an extra 10% off their entire purchase.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Gary knows golf.
You need to have good balance, good support.
Where to find that support?
2 words, the Good Feet store. How many words is that?
Swing by for your free arch support fitting.
If you've been waiting for the best time to buy furniture, this is it. The King Furniture Memorial Day Weekend Sale, where everything in our showroom has been reduced. Don't miss the King Furniture Memorial Day Weekend Sale, going on now.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Memorial Day marks the unofficial start to summer, and many families will be spending their time relaxing outside by the pool or a beach. However, experts want to warn some parents about the dangers of drowning. Now, drowning is the leading cause of death for children in the U.S., and it can happen in just a matter of seconds. For kids younger than age 6, health leaders say to keep an arm's reach around water. Making sure fences around your pools at home are locked can also help prevent any accidents from happening. Well, around the Coulee region, a very pleasant kind of day, around early to mid-70s, but Eric, maybe a little bit of a warm-up in store for this weekend.
Right, we're talking temperatures staying in the 70s, some places getting into the 80s, making for a gorgeous weekend. One thing we have to talk about, though, the allergies. Take a look here at the allergy forecast. You can see right there, grass, pine, and trees for today and tomorrow will be on the medium side, and they're going to pretty much keep and play with the allergy symptoms, and it will continue to do so until we see some rain. No rain today. Matter of fact, we need some. We're at 74. That was our high today after a morning start of 54. We're sitting at 1 3/4 of an inch of rain for the month. We're 1.64 inches below normal, so we need that precipitation. We are above normal, though, for the year. So with that 74 being below normal, our average high now is 75. There's another tally on the below number chart. So we are at 9 days below normal for the month, 15 days above normal, and 1 day, that was the 20th, where we are on par with average. And for the next 8 days, we're going to see that trend continue to increase. We go to 80 for Sunday, 82 for Memorial Day, 80s, upper 80s, even possibly low 90s as we go into the second half of next week. But the radar scan right now, we've got a clean sweep across the area. High pressure is large and in charge and is in control, and it's going to stay in control as we go into tomorrow, as we go throughout the weekend, as we go into your Memorial Day, and then the precip chances will start to pick up. And you see here on Sky Tracker as we go into your weekend how it just stays stationary. It's not really moving much. Yeah, we may get a little bit of cloud cover across the area, but that's really about it. So we're sitting at 74 with sunny skies at the airport. Humidity is sitting at 18%, so it's dry out there. Winds are out of the east at 10 miles per hour. Eau Claire, you're sitting at 74 as well. Humidity is at 24% with winds out of the southeast at 13 miles per hour. So when you wake up in the morning, not a bad evening. Temperatures in the 40s will greet you from top to bottom. Some places, especially towards Tomah, Sparta, Black River Falls, and Stanley, you'll see temperatures in the upper 30s. Here's Sky Tracker. As we go into the next several hours, we'll see clear skies for tonight. Maybe a little bit of cloud cover in the overnight hours, but abundant sunshine for your Friday. Highs tomorrow, much like today. We're talking temperatures staying in the 70s. And then we go into next week where we see that temperature trend. We'll talk more about that coming up in the next hour. So 44 degrees for tonight, lots of stars, very little wind. Winds will be out of the southeast at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's your day planner for tomorrow. We'll see a temperature of 62 with abundant sunshine by the 10 o'clock hour. How about mid-70s to start your weekend? Talk about grill weather. 71 degrees by the 8 o'clock hour with sunny skies, and that takes us into the next 8 days, and we'll see temperatures staying in the 70s. So we get to next week, we do have thunderstorm chances in the forecast, but some places will see temperatures very, very close to 90.
Oh boy.
As we go into this time next week. We'll talk about that coming up at the end of the newscast.
Fantastic. Eric, thanks very much.
You bet.
When we come back tonight at 5, The Gift That Keeps on Giving, the newest deluxe album from one of music's biggest icons. We will be right back after this.
Friday on News 8 Now this morning, a new study shows that food insecurity in teens can have long-term effects. And how one Wisconsin dog helps Uvalde students recover from their school shooting that took place just a year ago. Have a great Thursday night. More News 8 Now is after the break.
Spring is a great time to plan your next home improvement project. Call now for a free estimate on windows, doors, siding, sunrooms, decks, baths, kitchens, or flooring.
Ashley's Memorial Day mattress sale is going on now. Save $1,000 on select ceiling mattresses and get $100 instant savings on Ashley Sleep adjustable base sets. Plus, pay 0% interest for 72 months with no minimum or down payment. Only at Ashley.
I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
I won't handle your divorce.
I do know a few things about personal injury law.
All I do is help injured people get the compensation they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit hometownchevy.com.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love.
And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
When the insurance company sees Bygoff and Rohde on the other side, they know they're in for a fight. It's your life, but it's our fight. And they know that if they're not being fair with us, they will find themselves in court, and that's how Bygoff and Rohde gets results for its clients.
It's Ashley's Memorial Day weekend sale. Check out these must-have items, now under $500. Saturday through Monday. The first 25 guests will receive $50 Ashley cash. Plus, pay 0% interest for 72 months with no minimum or down payment. Only at Ashley.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
All right, Swifties, time to rejoice. The new deluxe version of Taylor Swift's latest hit album, Midnights, releases tomorrow. Now, this version features some new additions, including a remix of the song Karma and an extended version of Snow on the Beach, featuring more vocals from fellow singer Lana Del Rey. Dua Israr is currently traveling to Chicago on vacation. I think she's been listening nonstop to Midnights. I think Emily Haugen is as well on her day off. All right, we will have a look at what's coming up at 6 when we come back, and Eric will be back in for one more check of your forecast.
It's Home's Memorial Day sale with a large selection of in-stock furniture on sale up to 30% off. Plus, get no money down, no minimum purchase, 6-year special financing, and free shipping during the Memorial Day sale, only at Home Furniture.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Step up to GMC with 0.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on Sierra light-duty models.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Every piece of land has a story written by those who work it. Like the Caggianos, who are brewing their own legacy. Or the Upshaws, who DIY all the time. While the Nelsons play lead in their own adventure, 150 years in the making. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us and start telling yours.
Talk to the John Deere experts at Tractor Central to find out which equipment is just right for your.
The kitchen is the heart of every home, and if the time has come for a little heart surgery for your home, visit the house doctors at the Board Store. The Board Store is a one-stop destination for everything you need to make your old kitchen new again. Fantastic choices in cabinets, countertops, fixtures, and flooring. Experienced designers to create your dream kitchen, and our own carpenters, electricians, and plumbers to make it real. For a new kitchen, new bathroom, or new flooring, visit the Board Store, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
During Home Seasonal Concepts Memorial Day patio sale, get up to 30% off regular prices on the largest selection of outdoor furnishings, like this 4-piece wicker patio set for just $11.99, and get 6-year special financing at Home Seasonal Concepts Memorial Day patio sale.
We've got a lot of news coming up. We go person to person tonight with world-renowned alpine skier Mikaela Shiffrin, how she smashed records on the slopes and carved her path to the summit of the sport. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And coming up on News 8 Now at 6, animal shelters in southern states are often so overcrowded with abandoned puppies that they resort to euthanasia. Now, shelters right here in the Coulee region are trying to give puppies a second chance at life.
All right, forecast for the overnight hours, seeing temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Overnight low will be 44 degrees. The next 8 days, really quick. Look at this. Next week, we're going into the 80s, upper 80s for next weekend.
A lot to like. Thank you, Eric. And thanks for joining us tonight at 5. We hope to see you again.